In the bustling heart of Bangkok, where the air hums with the energy of 1,000 fights, there lived a legend. His name was Apade, the Muay Thai champion known as the undefeated tiger. His shins were like steel, his elbows like blades, and his arrogance was as famous as his devastating kicks. For years, no one had dared to challenge his reign. His gym was a temple to his own greatness, adorned with trophies and photos of fallen opponents. He believed Muay Thai was the pinnacle of martial arts, the undisputed king of combat, and he looked down on all other styles with contempt. Half a world away, in a quiet province in the Philippines, a different kind of warrior was honing his craft. His name was Kale, master of Kali, the ancient Filipino art of stick and blade fighting. But Kale's art wasn't just about weapons. He was a practitioner of Panantukan, the dirty boxing component of Kali, a brutal and efficient system of empty-hand combat. His movements were fluid, his strikes precise, and his mindset was one of relentless adaptation. He trained not in a fancy gym, but in dusty village squares and dense bamboo groves. His art passed down through generations. Kale had followed Apade's career for years. He respected the Thai champion's power and skill, but he was deeply offended by his arrogance and his dismissal of other martial arts. Kale believed that no single style was superior. True mastery came from understanding the principles that connected them all. He saw a deep-seated flaw in Apade's fighting style, a reliance on overwhelming power and a predictable rhythm. He knew his fluid, unpredictable art of Kali could exploit it. So, Kale made a decision that would change his life. He sold what little he owned, bought a one-way ticket to Bangkok, and set out to challenge the undefeated tiger. When Kale arrived at Apade's gym, he was met with laughter and ridicule. He was smaller, leaner, and didn't carry the air of a seasoned ring fighter. Apade, sitting on a throne-like chair, barely glanced at him. Another fly to swat. He sneered to his students. Kale, calm and centered, walked to the center of the gym. In fluent Thai, he issued his challenge. I am Kale, a practitioner of Filipino martial arts. I have come to test my skills against yours, champion. Not for a belt, not for money, but for respect. The gym fell silent. The audacity of the challenge was stunning. Apade rose from his chair, a cruel smile spreading across his face. He saw an easy victory, a chance to publicly humiliate another foreign style. You want respect, he boomed. You will learn it on your back, unconscious. I accept your challenge. In 3 weeks, we will fight. Full rules, no gloves, just hand wraps, the way real warriors fight. The gym erupted in cheers for their champion, while Kale simply bowed and walked away, the quiet epicenter of a brewing storm. For the next 3 weeks, Bangkok's fight community was buzzing. Everyone believed it was a mismatch. Apade continued his brutal training, his heavy bag groaning under the force of his kicks. He imagined breaking Kale's bones, making an example of him. Meanwhile, Kale trained in seclusion. He didn't pound the heavy bag. Instead, he moved through intricate patterns with his hands, his feet dancing on the dusty ground. He practiced gunting, the scissor technique of destroying an opponent's limbs. He drilled his footwork, focusing on angles and evasion. He was preparing not to trade power with a tiger, but to dismantle it, piece by piece. The night of the fight arrived. An underground warehouse was packed with spectators, the air thick with anticipation. Apade entered like a king, draped in accolades, his entourage surrounding him. The crowd roared his name. Then, Kale entered. He was alone, wearing simple black shorts, his hands wrapped in traditional cloth. He was calm, his eyes focused. The crowd fell into a hushed murmur, sensing an otherworldly focus in the challenger. The bell rang. Apade charged forward, unleashing a furious barrage of kicks aimed at Kale's legs and body. He expected Kale to block or retreat. Instead, Kale did something baffling. He flowed around the kicks, using sharp, angular footwork to stay just out of range. He didn't block the strikes. He parried them with his elbows and forearms, redirecting Apade's power. With every missed kick, Apade grew more frustrated. His power was being neutralized, his rhythm disrupted. Then, Kale went on the offensive, but he didn't throw big, powerful punches. He closed the distance and unleashed a storm of Panantukan. His hands moved in a blur, striking not the head, but the nerves, the muscles, and the joints of Apade's arms. He used elbow destructions, finger jabs, and trapping techniques that entangled the champion's limbs. Apade, a master of the clinch, found himself unable to grab Kale, his arms feeling numb and unresponsive from the precise, debilitating strikes. The crowd watched in stunned silence. The tiger was being defanged. Seeing his strikes were ineffective, Apade lunged for a powerful clinch to deliver his famous knees. This was the moment Kale had been waiting for. As Apade moved in, Kale dropped his level, pivoted, and executed a perfect sweep, sending the champion crashing to the floor for the first time in his career. The thud echoed through the silent warehouse. Apade scrambled up, his eyes wide with shock and a hint of fear. His invincibility was shattered. The fight continued, but the dynamic had shifted completely. Apade's power was still immense, but it was wild and desperate. Kale, on the other hand, was a surgeon. He continued his strategy of limb destruction, a sharp side kick to the knee buckled Apade's lead leg. An elbow strike to the bicep made his arm go limp. Kale wasn't trying to knock him out with one big shot. He was systematically taking away the champion's weapons, dismantling the fighter before the man. In the final moments, Apade, running on pure heart, threw a last, desperate head kick. Kale slipped inside the kick, his left hand trapping Apade's other arm. In a single, fluid motion, his right elbow shot upward, connecting cleanly with Apade's jaw. It wasn't a blow of raw power, but of perfect timing, speed, and precision. The undefeated tiger's eyes rolled back, and he collapsed to the mat, unconscious before he even landed. Silence. Then, a single person began to clap, then another, and another, until the entire warehouse erupted in applause. It wasn't for the fall of a champion, but for the beautiful, intelligent, and masterful display of martial arts they had just witnessed. Kez stood over his opponent, not with arrogance, but with a look of profound respect. He waited for Apade to be revived. When Apade finally sat up, the arrogance was gone from his eyes, replaced by a dazed humility. He looked at his bruised and battered limbs, then at the Filipino warrior standing before him. He struggled to his feet and, in front of everyone, bowed deeply to Kale. "Your art is magnificent," he said, his voice raspy. "You have taught me a lesson I will never forget. True strength is not just about power, but about flow, intelligence, and respect." Kale bowed back. He hadn't come to conquer a king or claim a throne. He had come for this very moment. He had proven that the spirit of a warrior and the depth of an art form cannot be measured by fame or reputation. That night, two great martial artists left the warehouse, one with a newfound humility, and the other having earned the respect he sought, not with boasts, but with the quiet, deadly poetry of his art. Kale returned to the Philippines not as a champion in the eyes of the world, but as a master who had upheld the honor of his traditions and opened the mind of a legend. Thanks for watching our story today. If you enjoyed this tale of skill and honor, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell so you never miss another story. Let us know in the comments what you think about the clash of these incredible martial arts styles. Until next time.